trying to finish this. Oh,
Stop my recording. Oh, stop my recording.
Austin's like always doing this.
He's like always late.
shut up.
You just like pay attention at
Just
the end of
shut
the
up for a
last
minute.
round.
What was the main baddie we were fighting here?
Severin,
Severin.
right?
Yeah.
And he fled, right?
He
He
bailed.
fled, yeah.
East.
Yeah.
We're still trying to find him.
Yeah,
We need to
it seems
be
like
better about locking him down.
the last couple times you fought him, it seems like right when the fight was going into your favor, it seems like there was a little amulet on his neck that kind of lit up, and then he kind of disappeared out of the area.
Kind of maybe like get that amulet off him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe he becomes priority number one.
I don't know if the DM meant to give away what we need to do
Well,
just now, but
you guys weren't freaking getting it the last 5 times I told you about it, so.
I think we should probably try and get the amulet.
yeah.
So yeah, you guys,
Is this guy supposed to be over here?
yeah, that's Xonthal.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
say we weren't supposed to increase HP? Or we were?
You can. I mean, whatever the level up says. Yeah.
Well, it's asking take average, take minimum,
Oh
roll,
yeah,
take max.
just do average. That's what we've been
Okay.
doing so far. That
So
just
I'm gonna
gives you a
just
+4 or
do
5.
I'm gonna try and just do a fuck. The level up in this I think is different than it is on D&D Beyond. Is it? Oh, that's just changing cantrips.
Oh, mamma mia. Um, cool.
Xonthal, you were under their control during that whole ordeal.
He says, uh, yes, I have been under their control for quite some time. I let the cult into my temple, not knowing they were cult members, and they overran me and used a powerful spell between the two fellows that you've killed here, uh, Wrath Modar and Asbara Jos. They took over my body, so to speak. At If I disobeyed any of their commands, I would be met with great pain, great suffering, and I was physically unable to resist their requests. I am a very powerful wizard, and they took advantage of my kindness when I let them seek refuge in my tower. He kind of looks and he says, "Now I could definitely help you out." And he kind of looks at his staff, and as he's looking at it, his quarter staff, it kind of dissolves away, and he kind of gets a sad look, and he says, "The staff that is just dissolved was given to me by the dragon cult as the only tool that I could use. It was created by them, and when they lost control of me, it has since ceased to exist. Without that arcane focus, I am unable to cast any kind of spell more powerful than a cantrip." He says, "I have an arcane focus that is of the utmost prestige and the utmost power, but they seem to have taken it away from me."
Do you just need any old staff?
He says, "I must attune back to my own. Any other staff would give me some power, but I would need my own. If you have a staff, I could try and attune to that. That would take me some time. I do believe I know where my arcane focus is. I was still of sound mind while I was under their control, and they said that the arcane focus would be put in the storeroom in Kaz Hall. Um, uh, Gunnar, you immediately understand Kaz Thalgren Hall as part of Kaz Thalgren, which is your home. And you know that that's been taken over by the cult when you guys were flushed out. And so he kind of looks at you and he says, I believe you are likely familiar with this place.
Gunnar has kind of a pained look on his face.
Uh,
Ugh.
he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, I understand this will bring much pain, but I do believe if we could retrieve the arcane focus from Kaz Thalgren, I could assist you, but I do believe this will be the beginning of the end. um, uh, he Gall dives out of the way, nails it. Fucking perfect roll.
I tried to do
Xonthal
an.
looks at him and goes, "Great job, my friend." And
I got a lot pent up energy from that fight.
just starts spam rolling. He kind of looks at you and he goes, I believe. Where was I? I believe this. As you know, Kaz Thalgren goes by a different name these days. Many call it the Well of Dragons. We will be going directly into the outskirts of the Well of Dragons to get the arcane focus. I do believe it will be worth it, but I do believe us going to that place will put things into motion and will potentially speed up plans if they find out we're there. So the quieter we can get in and get what we need, the better.
I'll remember if there are any other things we were supposed to do first.
Um, Great question. I think from my memory, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar. I tried to just do an ability score improvement, and I just did 2 of Dex, but I'm still at 18. My level is up to 17, but the
Okay.
2 points didn't go in. I don't know if I did it wrong, but
You're good. I see your dex is 20 on here.
mine's still showing 18 on mine. What the hell?
You probably did it wrong, bro.
Dex
Did you
ability.
try? Did you try doing it right or?
Well, I'm trying to do it again. I don't know if I'll do it wrong again. It won't let me do it again.
That's interesting because I'm actually seeing it go. So when I'm not changing it, it's on 18, and then when I go to edit it, it changes to a 20. So I'm gonna try and do.
Weird.
I'm just gonna try and bump it up to a 22 and see what happens.
I wonder if I leave quick and come back.
You can try. Here, I'm just gonna add a +2 to your checks, and that'll bump it up.
I wanna be forever young. Forever.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, dude, that's super weird. I have no idea.
Well, now my sheet looks like the old sheet.
Yeah, that was me. I changed it. I'll change
Oh,
it back. There we go. Okay.
Okay, my bad.
You're good. Yeah,
Still
we can.
shows 18. I don't know. Fuck it.
I'll mess with it later. We'll be fine. We'll just add a +2 to your checks and stuff manually. Just make note of
Well,
it.
would that bump my AC or does that max at 18?
Your AC.
Yeah.
It would bump your AC up
Oh, hell yeah.
1 in theory, anyway. Let me just change that quick. 18. I don't even know if I can.
I can just remember that.
Okay. Here, we'll
For
just
now.
turn on half cover, which gives you a +2, I believe.
Oh,
There we go. Okay. Cool. So yes, he says, now I was in the well for quite some time during my travels after they took control of me. And he says, they seem to have. I heard a name that seemed to be a way that they would bring in some of the things they needed to. That name was Dark Hollow. Again, Gunnar, you being from the region, if everyone wants to give me I'm gonna say a history check. Let me see if there's a better one for that, but I'll say history
I'm
check.
pretty historic.
I know you are, buddy.
Maybe not.
That's tough.
That one.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I get advantage on. Well, I guess I don't. I should ask you if I. So it says for history, grim psychometry, I can recall. I get advantage if I'm recalling information about a dark past surrounding an object you're touching or a location you're present in. Never mind. Do the first one.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys.
Oh, it doesn't matter. 6 and 5. Jesus.
Xonthal kind of looks at you with like knowing glances, and he goes, "Any ringing any bells for anyone?"
I got nothing.
All right, wonderful. I'm in the presence of heroes, I see. I know Dark Hollow is a small village outside of where Mount Rakur is. It is not a very nice town. It is not a very um, accommodating town, but it is a small village nonetheless. Um, so I do believe maybe that is where we start and see if we can figure anything out about where things may be or where if there's any leads there. If we need to go in I do believe going in the front doors of Mount Rakur would not be in our best interest at this point.
What if we're like super strong?
You are super strong. I do believe you're all somewhat hurt as well, and
Not that hurt.
going into Rakur will likely begin the ceremony to bring back Tiamat. So any amount of time we could prolong that would be very good.
How far away is this place?
Where you guys are to where it is, I think it's a couple hours. I would say you probably have enough time for a short rest along the way, but that's about it.
I could use a little bit of rest.
He kind of looks and he goes, speed will be vital. Getting there as quickly as we can, just again to get things rolling as quick as we can. If you want to go
So
slow,
we should rest or we should get there fast.
I suppose
You're giving me mixed messages, baby.
that is up to you. I would go fast if it were just me, but he kind of says like, well, it actually is hundreds of miles. So unless you have some kind of flying ship, then it'll actually be days to get there. So
Let's assume we did.
he says, then speed is at your as fast as you can accommodate would be best. But if you would like to get a good night's rest, that is fine with me.
Let's get moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not even that hurt.
So then, yeah, you guys. He goes, all right, you all lead the way, and we will make haste. And so you lead the way back to the ship. You
Show you to
find,
our flying ship.
as you're walking that way, you find Lady Lariel and Conrad just kind of wandering around in that area. Like it takes you a little bit to walk there, probably 30 minutes or so to actually take your walk there, and you kind of just find them like sitting around the area because the ship is invisible. They don't know where it's at.
I thought we told Blag to help him out.
Oh, did
Well,
you?
sorry, y'all. Follow us.
Lady Lariel says, "Oh, thank you very much. After you." And Conrad kind of looks and he goes, "Oh, where are we going now?" And so you guys make your way to the ship. You make your way onto the ship by whatever means you can. Dobby, you fly up there. There's a ladder that you climb. Um, uh, uh, Blag gets it as close as he can, and you guys climb on. And he kind of looks at everyone and he goes, "Oh, even more visitors, I see. Wonderful." He says, "Do these?" He kind of looks at Conrad and Xonthal, and he kind of goes, "Do these guys need to go in the with Galvan and Daggelt, or
No, these guys are
what seems
cool.
suitable?" He says, "Well, then, wonderful thing. Welcome to our ship." And then he turns to Lady Lariel, and he does an incredibly deep bow, and he says, "It is a deep honor to be in your presence. Thank you." And Lady Lariel kind of gets a little blush, and she says, "Thank you for the hospitality. I will be requiring my own space, my own room. So if that could happen, that'd be wonderful." And he says, "Absolutely. You can have my room. I'll sleep on the floor down here." she kind of nods to him, and they kind of all spread their way off, go their own separate ways, and from the distance, after Lady Lariel kind of leaves, you hear from the distance, you kind of hear like, "You got Lady Lariel on the ship now? And Galvin, you guys got a freaking party here!" And you recognize Daggelt is shouting through one of the many walls. He kind of,
Oh,
are you gonna tell her I'm here, or what's your guys' plan now?
yeah, I didn't think about that. She's probably got a thing or two to say to him.
Did we tell her? I can't remember.
I don't know if we did.
At this point, I don't believe you told her. I don't
I
believe
like.
anyone knows.
Does she hear this? Him say this?
She does. It's probably. You know what? I'll roll a perception check. Let me roll a perception check for Lady Lariel specifically. She's got a pretty good perception.
I feel like last we knew,
Oh yeah.
we had said he was dead because we didn't want anyone to know. We didn't know who we could trust.
I think the last thing you said was that you just didn't know where he was.
Okay.
Yeah. As he's kind of saying it, she kind of turns around and she goes, "Who was that?"
Okay. Cards on the table, Lady Larry. We got some. Probably should have told you before, but I'm not gonna be honest. I didn't know if you were in cahoots with him. Daggle, did not go back to his city or die or whatever we told you. He's actually captive on this ship because he's a bad guy. I don't know if you knew that, but he sucks.
She kind of looks and she's like, she takes a deep breath and she says, "Well, looking past the crime of harboring a fugitive,
Well, we had a lot we need to figure out still.
It's more of a kidnapping, I'd say, than harboring, but we don't have to get into the.
Yeah,
Logistics of
we
it.
don't
Yeah.
like him.
I mean,
We don't study law.
kidnapping's punishable by death, and harboring a fugitive is just 5 years in prison. So if you want to call it kidnapping, that's okay. But regardless, we're gonna
That's what it was.
especially a politician, but we're gonna let bygones be bygones on this because clearly things are in shambles and there are bigger fish to fry, so to speak. So what has Daggle told you? What has gone on with that?
He had a direct tie to Severin. He's God, what did he do originally that we suspected him?
Well,
You
he killed
guys,
the sender.
sender, yeah, and
Yeah,
you guys found a
but we were
coin on an
chasing him because
assassin.
of something.
You guys
Yeah,
found a
yeah.
coin on an assassin that was
That's what
from
it was.
Neverwinter, which is
Oh,
the
yeah,
prison he runs.
Tried to have us killed.
Yeah. Right.
Killed his sender,
Yep.
so we couldn't cover that up. And then it's just a bad guy.
But then he's kind of been like advising us from the shadows and has some good ideas.
He
Some
does
good
have
insight at
things.
times. We're not knocking his ideas. We're just knocking him as a person.
Yeah.
And you guys have just been taking those ideas at face value and just kind of running with them
Well,
after he betrayed you. And
We're not gonna not take a good idea.
yeah,
that's
right.
great. I
We
guess that is
needed a
great
way to
point,
figure
yeah.
out where Severin was, and look, no, we got it.
His brain works in a way that we kind of like.
I suppose I can't be mad about that. At that point, Conrad just kind of looks and he goes, "If you fucking let me at him, I promise you his head will be on a pike in 2 minutes." Because that guy, through a series of events, just got a lot of my friends killed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to get at softly. Pretty much everything that happened at the council is his fault. I didn't want to say that, but I'm glad you got there. So if you want to go in there, gloves off, give me the axe. Whatever happens
Lady
in the next
Larry,
5 minutes.
Larry will kind of, she kind of looks and she says, "Let's try and not resort to violence. Violence leading to violence only leads to more violence. So let's let calmer heads prevail. We will work through this, keep Daggelt prisoner, and we will try and once this all settles, if the world is not in shambles more than it already is, we will hold trial for him, and he will get his." And you kind of hear from the distance, you go, "I'm getting off scot-free, and you all fucking know it, so don't even worry about it." And she just kind of rolls her eyes and she says, "Is there any more secrets you'd like to tell?"
Only I could remember them.
If they come up, we'll let you know. We'll keep you
Wonderful,
posted. But
wonderful.
as of right now, I think we're pretty clean.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
say
like
yeah, and we'll let you know.
Since the end of that last fight until right now, felt like maybe 2 or 3 months. I don't know if I blacked out.
I fully understand that. No problem at all. Yes, let's just put cards on the table. If anything else comes up, please do tell. I think you guys are kind of deputized at this point, so I wouldn't
I
worry
would hope so.
You can say
too
we're
much
above the
about it.
law.
Well,
Maybe.
you're at least, you're surfing the law for sure. Yeah, right
No,
now
we're
you're above. So
definitely-
They don't really apply to us.
We are the highest authority in the land, you might say.
there's a lot more hoops to jump through than what you guys have for that. Just kind of wandering
Well,
in off the street. But
Jump through some pretty big hoops.
I'd say for the next 48 hours, laws kind of don't exist. So let's just, we'll
Cue fucking Van Halen on the sound system.
yeah, as she kind of says that, you guys feel the ship start to move, and over the next few hours, you guys could take a short rest, and you guys make your way to the beautiful city of Dark Hollow.
What's a short rest do health wise?
You can, so with a short rest, you can roll an HP thing, so it actually gives you some of your health back, but it's not all your health. I believe some skills for a monk come back on a short rest, if I remember correctly. If I don't, I apologize. I think that like some rage things come back on a short rest. I don't have a fucking clue in the world what happens to a blood hunter on a short rest. So, but at the very least, you can roll a health die.
There's just a button for it.
Yeah, and then it just does what it needs to, and you get.
I
A
don't
little bit
know
of
if when I leveled up I'm at full health. I don't know if I didn't take. I have had to have taken damage.
health. Are you? Where are you on this map?
I hit take a short
Are you on this
rest
map?
and nothing really happened.
Yeah, I'm right next to the fountain by Dobby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't tell. I could go back and look at the video, but I will just say, man, okay, fucking hold on a second. I'll be so fast. I can just go to the very end of it.
Take a short rest. On a short rest, you may
Mm.
spend
Nice.
remaining hit dice and recover item uses. So I can hit another one or just the one.
I'll allow you, since you're resting for probably 2-3 hours, I'll allow you to do
You rolled pretty
two.
good. You rolled a 21. You gotta beat a 20.
Well, I guess I would. Yeah.
It'll kind of hurt, boys, but
That'll help me. Um,
Damn it.
Austin, I cannot tell if you took damage or not.
I guess I did.
I don't know if I did.
Do a little leap.
I kind of feel
You were kind of just hiding in the background. You weren't really
yeah, you weren't,
doing
like,
anything.
Oh, I did a lot. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, buddy,
Okay.
I
remember-
told you not to
I'm
kill Xonthal, so.
Okay.
yeah, I kind of specifically remember looking at Austin and being like, he's not doing
So,
anything.
Well, he's deaf. He's stupid deaf. Still
was
shows
really
him.
still
deaf,
deaf.
yeah. I'll let your deafness go away with the short rest, because I don't remember the rules on it.
You kind of see his like.
I cannot find you on here. Your turn, so we're not gonna worry about it. You're fine.
I didn't do anything.
And
must
then
have
I have
just
to roll one
stand there.
for Rufus. Give me a second.
I'm gonna go grab a quick drink, quick.
Okay.
Quick drink, quick.
Rufus gets 1 HP back. That's tough.
Oof.
+4, I guess. So, okay. So yeah, you guys are on the ship and moving. You're no longer deafened. Cool. So yeah, you guys are taking off. You are on the ship for a while. Is there anything that you want to do during your short rest? You can do a passive activity. It just can't be like strenuous. If you can think of anything, let me know. If not, we'll move forward.
I'm just kind of chilling, reading a book, relaxing on pop.
Cool. Love it.
Is there anything Gunnar can contribute strategy wise as far as getting into the place we're about to be with his knowledge of the area?
I would say normally yes, but the fact that you could not remember anything about Dark Hollow, which is the place you're going, while you know Mount Rakur very well, and you know Kaz Thalgrin pretty well, the city that you go, you don't know much about Dark Hollow. So I would say that you probably can't help too much on the strategizing for that part of this.
You sure about that, or?
Let me go back and look at the the 4 that you rolled on how much you remember about Dark Hollow. So
No. I mean, it might have looked like a 4.
No, it was a bad roll. It was one of the worst rolls I've seen in a really long time, and I don't know if I'll see
Oh,
a roll that
boy.
bad again.
Oh,
If
boy.
Crazy thing is, it wasn't the worst roll either.
It actually was not. Yeah, Jord didn't even know Dark Hollow was a real word.
Didn't know either of those words
He thought it was
separately.
some kind of bird call. Yeah, so I would say that since you rolled so low, you cannot do much about it. Okay. So yeah, I would say like, couple hours later, you guys kind of book it there. Is the invisibility still on the ship and everything? I assume so, but
I
just
believe
verify.
so.
Okay. Uh,
Unless it's a problem.
Unless we don't want it to be.
It's a yes until it's a no. Okay, so yeah, a few hours later, you guys make your way back. You guys make your way, and you're flying. You see the world kind of coming over you. The amount of time that you guys have been, like it was nighttime, through the couple hours, it's just turning to morning when you arrive at the outskirts of Dark Hollow. The temperature, the climate, like has kind of gone from temperate as you get closer to Mount Rakur in the very northern part of the map of the Sword Coast. It starts to snow harder and snow harder, to the point where it is snowing decently hard when you arrive at the outskirts of Dark Hollow. So uh, is who's all going with you? I guess would be the question.
Uh, Xonthal, is it? I guess only you know what your object of whatever
Uh, he
arcane focus.
he says, uh, yes, I would recognize it at a moment's notice. I could describe it for you, but I would very much like to be reconnected with it as soon as possible. I feel like I would be, once we're in there, I feel like I would be a great deal of help once I
All
have
right,
the arcane focus
all
back.
right, shut up. All right, we get it. Okay, you're coming. Uh,
Ah, very
so
good.
him, and then just us, right? Who else?
Do we know how, like, God, why can I never think of the fucking guy's name from the council? The
Conrad?
Conrad, yeah. Do we know, like, how good of a warrior he is? We heard stories about him? Is he?
Well, he died in the fight, so
He
That's true.
did
We
die and
did
was
have to
brought
revive
back.
him. But
Uh,
weren't there like a pile of bodies around him or something?
there were, yeah. So there was a lot of you know that he was pretty good fighter. Not like a noteworthy fighter, but you can kind of tell by his garb and by the fact that he was on the council and everything. You kind of assume he was a pretty decent
I
fighter.
feel like if we leave him here, he's gonna kill Daggle or what is that his name?
Yeah. You kind of look over and he is like he's just like sharpening his axe while staring directly at Daggle's door.
Yeah. So we better take him.
Okay.
Yeah, if he wants to come, Conrad can come.
Lady Lario kind of says, I think if it's all the same to you, it's been quite a night. I would prefer to stay, um, here on the ship. When she says that, Blake kind of looks and he says, "I'll make some tea and any snacks that you prefer. I can make anything you want." And she says, "No, a little tea would be fine, but otherwise I'm okay." And he kind of like you see him scurry off with a gait that you've never seen before from Blag. Uh, and he kind of goes, and Lady Lario kind of, ooh, and then she kind of
I
follows
like
behind
kind
him.
of lean over and I'm like, whatever you do, just be nice. That's the best guy I've ever met.
She kind of gets a very light blush and she goes, "Thank you for the heads up." And then she follows. And Daggle kind of goes, "I could come if you want me to, but I'll stay here if you don't. That's fine, no matter what." And then Galvan's just remaining silent. So I think that's everybody. So if you,
Galvan still really hates us, right?
yeah, you're pretty confident Galvan really hates you,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll leave him then.
Wait, who's Caliban?
The
Galvan,
bunny guy.
yeah, the green worm speaker from a few sessions ago that you guys nearly killed. The one where you basically
Dropped
dropped
him
him
out of the
out of the air.
sky.
Yeah. Jor did a paralyzing strike on his dragon and just kind of cleaned him
Oh
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so yeah, you guys all can kind of go back in, and if that's everyone, then I think we will
We-
make our way.
How? Sorry, before we leave, how are our dragons doing?
Uh,
Dragons? We have multiple, right?
yeah, you guys have
Two,
three.
don't we?
I mean,
Oh,
Pop
three.
is like Pop and Gall are like it's like yeah, like a man and his dog.
Symbiotic.
Yeah. The other two could not give a shit about anything in the world.
Have they
uh,
gone wild or are they like,
I mean, they're kind of there. It's like horses, you know. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, it's like
do they
horses
know
that
their
haven't been touched. Like, it probably would be a pain to fully kind of try and tame one now, because it's
yeah,
been a few months and dragons grow pretty quick. So like, what started as like a small little like colt, so to speak, is now like a full, Mustang. In
right,
horse terms, hard to
yeah,
break,
Kind of
I would
like
say.
Baby Groot to Teen Groot.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
great way to put it. I
And the
thought the
Teen
horse
When
Groot.
I thought the horse stuff was pretty poignant, but apparently not. So
Do they know their names or do you think we're past that point?
I know their names. But if you don't know their names, then you are definitely past that point.
Okay,
Yeah.
and okay, how about this angle though? You think they might follow the lead of Pop in a pinch?
You know what? I would say if you want to, you guys are more than welcome to try and ride them.
I like I talk to Pop and Brain Talk, and I'm like, what's what's your take on these other two? Like, they gonna kill these guys if they try to?
Uh, Pop pops back into your head, and he goes, "Yes, I do believe they would try to kill him. I can't."
That's your voice. Never heard him talk.
Never heard him
You
talk.
sound like a
I can't be certain, but it would be an
Wildly
uphill.
high.
It would be an uphill battle for sure.
All right, buddy.
oh,
Thanks.
what? Is he like 300 years old now or what?
I am 9 months old.
Dragons age at an exponential rate.
Even though they lived to hundreds of years old, they're all thousands in their mind.
Doesn't even make sense, but somehow it does at the same time.
All right, yeah, I just tell the guys, yeah, there's a good chance of dying if you try.
You are
All right.
welcome to try, but yeah,
It's like a break glass in case of emergency deal.
Yeah, there we go.
Blag, as he's, you see a sender, and and Xonthal kind of goes, well, we could bring one of the senders, and if we need to, we could get a hold of Blag, I assume, and see if we could release the hound, so to speak, and see if they could reach us. The likelihood of it is not great, but better than nothing, I would
At
say.
this point, they probably should either be something be done or they be let go.
Are you suggesting to just kill them, or what is that?
Oh, no,
Oh,
that's
okay.
no.
Listen, I spent the last few months with the cult, and that was usually plan A, was just
Yeah,
to
not
kill.
even what I thought for a second.
Okay, very good, very good. Different parties I'm
Yep.
finding. Good to know. Okay, so yeah, you guys get yourselves together. I don't have a token for Blag in here anymore since I had to reboot everything. But we will play it by ear. I can put just a generic black dragon in there.
I'd like him, but I guess that'll do.
You'd like?
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same.
We'll get there. Don't worry about it. Okay. So cool. So yeah, a few minutes later, you guys climb down, go in. The morning sun is just starting to come over the horizon, and you guys find yourself in Dark Hollow.
It is
Ooh.
snowing. Jeez.
It's really coming down.
Sheesh.
I don't think I dressed warm enough for this.
Oh
I
boy.
don't get cold anymore. Cold is a mindset.
Xonthal, where do we begin? Is there like an inn or something around here we need to?
Um, he kind of looks and he says, "This, as I said, is not a very accommodating town. Um, there is no inn. There are no stores of any kind. Uh, the last I knew of this place, it was simply the home to about 15 people or so."
Are they gonna be accommodating with how to get in, or do you know how to get in, or
Uh, he says, "It's been years since I've known of this place. You can try, just knock on doors, see what goes. Unfortunately, I am of very little use for what is happening in this village at this point."
dang?
Sounds like, are you doing like a Ralph Fiennes impression, or
I don't know who that is, but I'm
it's
doing
spot on?
I'm doing a Xonthal who is
It's spot
exhausted
on.
impression.
Well, Voldemort
Yeah, but the menu, dude.
is he? Does that ring a bell at all?
I've heard the name Voldemort many a time. I assume it's some sort of slur, or something similar.
Yeah, you
Every
could say
time
that.
I've heard it, it seems to be in it with a very negative connotation. So I think I would prefer you to not call me
I
that or refer to me as that.
Never
I
met
have
him, huh?
I
Uh,
have heard many times that Xonthal is like the Voldemort of this realm.
you watch like a clear disappointment fall over his face
Wow.
as he.
You break his balls.
Have you heard that? Well, shall we?
We lost Jord.
We did lose Jordan. That's tough.
Like mentally, or oh no, he's gone.
He lost the internet.
Did he send a message?
Yeah, he said he lost the internet.
Jordan, are you kidding me?
Ugh.
Perfect time for me to go pee.
I kind of need to get water anyway. Quick pee and water.
Quick water and a pee. Mm. Whoa! Jesus, dude, if I sit for any amount of time, I'm a sweaty boy. Oh. was talking to Jord last night. That game we played at your house, the one with the die with like you have to make the connections with like the red and yellow and all that. It's a fun game. It's a game I'm gonna look into probably buying myself.
The connections. The last game we played?
Yeah, I think it was the last game we played.
Huh?
The one where you're writing on the piece of paper. It's like you have to match the red and the yellow.
Yeah, where it's like
blue
like the
Oh.
concepts and then yeah,
Yes.
that was a good
Oh.
game.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the don't say game.
Did that game. Looking back on it, that game is one of the more stressful games I've played in a while.
It's wild. I love it.
That game, there's a lot of brain power that has to go into that, and apparently when we played it, I didn't have all the brain power kind of ready at the ready.
I think the don't start with a letter one prompts or whatever are actually the like I almost wish that those weren't in the game. Like I wish they were more like random.
Yeah, like all the goofy like kind of party rules were like a lot more fun than I expected them to be, and a lot more challenging than I expected them to be.
Right. I think the game might be more interesting if they're all like that, where it's like they're both fun and maybe a little challenging,
Yeah,
or or they could be very challenging, but um that those made the game really interesting, I thought.
yeah, I would completely agree. It was surprisingly close both times.
The fact that you can both win or lose the game for your team, like that's a pretty fun
Yeah, you can like lose
dynamic.
you're not even like the person that's in charge of of the round or whatever is nuts.
Yeah.
Makes it very difficult. It was a fun game, but that's a game that brings me a lot of stress. And that's all right.
Oh, was that the first time Brittany had been over? It was, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Dude, we slept like rocks that night.
After going to bed at what, 4?
Yeah, like
Oh.
3:30.
You got your snap at like 9. It said 5 hours earlier.
Yep, it was a late night. By the time, took an incredible shower, and by the time I crawled into bed, dude, my eyes were already shut, and
Mhm.
I was dead to the world for however long it was. Zach was up and moving though. He was gaming with Brady at 9.
Oh,
Jeez.
I was barely there.
Just barely.
Yeah, that's I'll take partial blame for that.
It's
I was
dedication.
trying not to be loud, but then like I don't feel like I was being quiet, so I was shocked when you guys were like, "Oh, we didn't really hear you."
We couldn't hear a thing, dude. Until like I didn't hear a thing until the moment I woke up, and I swear my eyes opened, and the first thing I heard was like, "Let's go!" Like it was like immediate. So like whether
What a
you could
nice
have,
way to wake up,
oh
dude.
dude, that's a one in a million wake
That'll
up calls. Like
get you set for the entire day.
you know, like yeah, I that was immediately like yeah, the day was so good because of that, and I don't know if I'll ever. That is a wake up call I'll likely never get again, and that's kind of sad to think about. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I mean?
tough.
Well, don't say never.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I might just come to your house some night and sleep and just say, "Can you just go to the basement and shout in the morning?" 9:15, just start
Let's go.
screaming.
There's something about a basement bedroom where you can just
Oh
head to
yeah,
the
dude.
horn.
Yeah,
I don't.
Well,
What
just
is that?
completely dark.
it was a treat.
It's a little bit colder than normal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a cave. There's like a cave element to it. where
It's
you're
like kind of like
like,
something convinces you should maybe be dead in there.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's like your body. Yeah.
primal, dude. You know.
Yep.
I gave Britt the tour of the storage room that I've had to friggin' prowl through more than once to find. That first
Some
night
good
that I
stuff in there.
stayed. Oh, it was great. Showed Britt your 3D printer set up and was like, "This is what we need in our house." So it's not just sitting in my office with, all my stuff.
That's
Really
fine.
get it in like a slightly more safe place. It was
I
good.
don't
I
think the teams are that bad.
Clay, my brother wants me to print him. I found this file. This it's like a frame that you put like trading cards in.
Okay.
So like um, you put the card in the sleeve, and then you put the sleeve in the
Yeah.
Oh
frame,
yeah.
and then the frame, the one I found that like is modular in the sense that it has you could put pegs in the sides of the top and bottom, and so then you can like puzzle piece together multiple, you know,
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
So you could make
frame
like
type
a
of one.
wall
Yeah.
piece of your cards or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that would be
But you can also
super
make it
cool.
like interesting where you like
Right,
peg the bot. Yeah, so it's like all offset. Yeah,
exactly.
that's cool.
Yeah. So I gotta work on that sometime. I mainly try to find excuses to use it, you know.
Yeah. That's like that's a tough one. Uh, because I'd assume that you'd have to have the tolerances pretty tight to be able to like have a card go in, but not not have it be super loose in there or whatever.
Yeah, and he wants to use the top loader. I don't know if you know what that is, the top loader sleeves or
Yeah.
whatever, which are like thicker
They're like
and hard.
hard plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, those don't fit in the file thing that we found. So I either got to make it like bigger
You have to
in
go like a
CAD,
3/4 of a millimeter bigger.
yeah, or
Yeah.
cut it out, cut the hole out maybe bigger. I don't know, but yeah, that'll make it more of a project than just
Yeah.
printing the thing, you know.
I haven't used my printer in a while. I had it going when Austin was here, which was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I was testing something, but
Did you get those Warhammer ones done?
yeah, I
They
brought
turned out cool.
I brought Austin Richards a bunch
Nice.
at game night. I think I printed one more like set of stuff, and then I printed his D&D
Hello.
character that he's playing
Nice.
as well.
Wow,
I've got so many more to print, dude.
there he is.
There he
Welcome
is.
back.
Back. I am back.
Welcome home.
And I'm back.
Cool. Well, we can keep going then. Yeah, you guys are again at the beginning of the village, and you can go take a look. You can see kind of as far as you can. You can see a few houses, some steps. It's clearly like built on the very beginnings of the mountain, but there's a slight slant and peaks are kind of uneven as you go. You can tell there are houses on multiple levels as you go up with some basic landscaping and stuff. But with the snow, it's kind of quiet, but it does not look like a super hospitable place.
Do we want
Xonthal,
to?
do you have any sense of where we need to be heading?
He goes, well, with if I had some sort of arcane focus, I do believe that I could cast some kind of spell. He kind of looks at Rufus and he goes, "Do you have any kind of arcane focus?" And Rufus kind of looks into his inventory, and he hands him um, just a little ball that he has that he no longer uses because his his flail of Tiamat is his arcane focus now, and he you see Xonthal kind of grab it and take a moment and kind of breathe in, and then you watch as he kind of goes, kind of swirls it around in his hand and mutters a slight incantation, and he goes. After a moment, he says, "I can sense my arcane focus. I can sense it in front of us and below us."
Below us. Okay.
So we need to find an entrance or cave or.
He goes. I do believe I'm sensing it slightly off to the left and below us.
The left, yeah.
Okay.
You can tell if anybody wants to roll an Arcana check, or he just kind of, as you guys, you can roll an Arcana check. I'll say that. We'll get some rolls in.
What do I?
Really arconic.
Arcanic.
I was really history filled too, but it just didn't like show up the way it was supposed to. A lot of dice being thrown.
Yeah, no kidding. Gunnar, you kind of recognize what he was kind of doing. He cast the locate object spell on that. So you kind of know with the 26, which is really good. You know that that is kind of a lower level spell. And he kind of, as you see him do it, he kind of looks at you, notices that there's a kind of connection. He goes, he kind of lets you know, like, I'm unable to cast my full potential with this, but I am able to cast some lower level spells. Thank you, Rufus. And Rufus and him kind of have a look, and then you guys have a look and everything. Vivi, it is so late. What are you doing up? Have fun. Get some sleep. Bro.
Good night, Viv. Chances she go to bed are
Tonight, 100%. Within the next hour, 30%.
Nice.
And she will be a bear.
Oh,
wake
to
up
be
in the morning.
young again.
she's
cool.
like her parents. Actually, she has no problem staying up late.
Oh yeah, and a lot of problem waking up in the morning.
That stuff. That stuff.
Hey, not to derail this too quick. Did Kendra quit teaching?
Yes, she's done teaching after this year.
Okay, I thought I saw that on Facebook.
Yep.
Okay, we could let's save that for later. I was just
Yep.
curious. I was gonna forget.
Yep, she did. Cool.
So
yeah.
I thought, does this building seem like maybe the direction?
Can you guys also see in the windows?
A little bit.
We could do what I do on Stardew Valley and just just walk right up to him, say hello.
Love it, dude. I love the Stardew Valley reference. First of all, awesome. Yes, you do kind of sense that it's off in that direction. That's what Xonthal says. He kind of says, like, if you want, I can lead. I am assuming at this point you are more powerful than me, but I can lead the way as to kind of where I'm sensing it is.
We got you back covered.
He says, okay, and he starts kind of making his way up. And he's kind of following the orb, still looking at it, and you watch him kind of come up this way and go back. He says, I can't. Let's start in this building. I'm not certain, but it does seem to be, again, in that direction.
Okay, what's our game plan here? Are we just gonna knock and start asking questions?
Yes, you got it. You're kind of our talker.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Yes, you do have this.
All right. I knock.
Oh yeah, dude. After a few seconds, you hear someone go, "Just a minute," and then
This guy is a chump.
and then a second later, you hear the door. Yeah. What's up?
I'm really sorry. It's terribly cold out here. We're just looking for a little shelter for a minute.
She kind of looks over her shoulder and she kind of says, all of you?
We'll only take a few minutes of your time. We just need to warm up.
We can like really pack into a corner like you wouldn't believe.
It is crazy how we can accomplish that.
She kind of looks at you and unreal. She says, yeah, why don't you guys come in? I just put some tea on the kettle.
You're pretty dumb.
She kind of scoots back,
Come right in.
and you guys kind of make your way in.
Whew. I kind of shake off my poncho. I'm blowing my hands, you know.
How do I rotate my guy? It's driving me nuts.
If you hit Shift or Control and then scroll your mouse wheel, that'll rotate him.
Oh.
All right, I can see you now. Oh, how big eyes you are.
You as you're kind of sitting there, you hear another door open from the side, and this kind of blue-skinned guy comes out, and he goes, "Who are these fellows, dear?"
Terribly sorry to be bothering you. We just were passing through, and we are not used to these climates. I can tell you that. We have a fucking turtle with us, dude.
He kind of looks over you saying that, and he kind of looks and he says, "That little one looks like he's probably pretty accustomed to this." As he
He
points to-
actually, yeah. You guys could jab jaw all day long about this place. I bet. You lived here all your life, or?
We've been here for quite a while. You know, we've taken up residence here probably in the last 10, 15 years or so, I'd say, about that. Yeah.
Is it always like this?
Cold? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
No, this is it's just Mount Rakur for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you guys do around here? All this snow.
Well, it's a lot of sitting inside, I would say. We drink tea. We
Smells wonderful.
Yeah, please do help yourself. Have I seen you guys before? You look awfully familiar.
We're new in town.
Interesting. Okay, where are you guys coming from? That brings you to Dark Hollow.
Well, we actually got a little lost. We're trying to find, this guy's kind of doing a homecoming thing.
Okay.
He's a nostalgic sap. Obviously not exactly his home anymore between you and me, but
Yeah.
you can't tell he's up there a little bit in years, and it seemed like something we need to do for him as much as he needed to do for himself, type of thing.
Well, I do believe that the mountain is occupied now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But don't say that too loud. So you can tell this is a delicate situation. So I don't if you have any kind of tips or tricks on how we could go about not causing any kind of fuss, just trying to see some of the old sites that he might remember.
I mean, I would love to be of help, but I'm quite unsure of how to do so. And as he says that, you kind of watch him lean over to the woman and say something, and she kind of looks and nods and goes over to the fire, pulls the tea kettle off, kind of puts it on the table, and then walks down this hallway.
Gunnar like nudges Xonthal to if he has any sense of we're getting warmer.
He says, as you kind of nudge him and give him a knowing look, he kind of looks and he says, "I do believe we are close. I do believe it's near us, but I'm getting more sense of down than right or left or any of these directions."
I like overhear that, and I'm like, I'm kind of blown away by some of the craftsmanship in here. This is unorthodox, but we're touring the area. Can we see what your home looks like?
Roll me a persuasion check.
All right. God, I really should have bumped charisma.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "Oh, we're actually not offering tours so early in the morning. You'll have to forgive us. Um the place is a bit of a mess, and well, I wouldn't want you seeing everything."
Um, hold on 1 second. Uh,
Gunnar
where is it?
pops into Gall's head and is like, maybe you could just distract him and I might pop into some of these rooms.
I'm gonna say that's not how this works, but if you try
Okay.
to, it's not quite how that ability works. But if you think of a creative way to do it, then get attention or anything, then that's fine.
So I go over to the table and I grab the tea and I kind of spill it on the ground. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I spilled this all over the floor. Jiminy Christmas. I've been trying to drink more tea, healthy, lose the lbs, as you get older.
Absolutely, nope, not a problem at all. He watches. He kind of runs into this room and comes back out, and he's got a big rag. And
While he did that, since this door is open, Gunnar peeked his head in there just to see what was in that room.
yeah, go ahead as you're peeking in and roll. I'm gonna ask you to roll um a history check, please. Cool. So you, I would say, as you're looking in there, you see just kind of a simple bedroom. There's just some crates on the table. This house kind of looks like, um, it was a little bit like thrown together. But on the wall, as you're looking in, on the wall to the right, you see a big picture, um, of it's a painting of a kind of nice little vase, and on it there are just a vase of blue orchids.
Wait, what do we remember about blue orchids? I know there's a thing that we learned from what's his nuts.
Why don't you roll me a history check? And I will say you can roll this with advantage.
Because I will find it if I have to. Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
Perfect. Yes, you as Gunnar kind of comes back out. This is in the case of like 5 seconds. I would say he kind of looks Gunnar with your roll. You just go, yeah, it's just a picture. It's just a room with a bed and a big picture of some orchids. And as you say orchids, Gunnar, you remember back to when you talked to the fortune teller back at the party.
Yeah.
You remember something that said, when the blue orchids bloom, look behind.
Behind? Oh. Is the guy still in the other room?
Just as that kind of realization comes to, he walks back out with the towel, and this is all in the sense of like 5 seconds. He walks back out with the towel and starts. He goes, "Oh, that is such a shame that happened, but no problem. We'll get this cleaned up in no time."
Yeah, let me
Okay.
help. Let me get in there. Let me get my hands dirty. I mean, this is my bad. I feel bad about it. I'm just gonna let me grab that rag from you.
He kind of looks. He says, "Oh no, host takes care. No, not a problem at all."
Yeah, I'm actually a house owner myself, and I understand how much of a hassle that can be. So I'll just give me the rag and I just grab it from him. Just grab it, not from him, but grab the rag.
Yeah,
If
I tell
really,
you to look behind the painting like through my
Yeah.
mind link.
I'm
Gunnar slips
really
back
like
into the
good
room.
at this. If I could just have the rag,
Yes, you're fighting with him. Give me a strength check to grab the rag, I would say.
And yeah, and I can just take. I can.
Just a general strength check, no save or anything.
Yeah, if I do that, you could throw some more tea on. You know, I know we were all really excited for the tea. It smelled so good. It makes her.
You're kind of fighting. He's like, no, that's fine. I got it, and yanks it, and it pulls cleanly out of your hands. But while that's happening, and he kind of runs off to there. As that's happening, Gunnar, you slip in. I'm gonna say give me a stealth check, but make it with advantage, since you are trying to kind of sneak away. But he's distracted.
Excuse me. Oh.
Perfect. Yes, you sneak in. You don't have much time, but you are able to sneak in without him noticing. You see this picture, probably 6 foot tall, and you kind of pull it away from the wall, and you see a passageway going down.
Okay, I pop in Gall's head and tell him to let everybody know that yes, this is what we're looking for, I think.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No.
Go
You,
ahead. No.
as you kind of do that, he goes, Gunnar, you hear kind of quietly from the other room. You go, as he's done cleaning up, he goes, where did your, there seems to be one missing.
He just stepped out to trade his lizard.
That's incredibly gross. But okay.
Let me see your tea selection. Can I see your tea selection? Just see what we got working with, because it smells so good in here. The one you had.
Yeah, no. Kind of points over to the shelf off to the right of the fire, and he says, "There's a few. We don't have much tea here. It's quite expensive to get it imported into this area. But yes." And then as he's doing that, you see, as you're walking to it, you see down the hall, you see a young kid kind of standing there, and he goes, "You're really tall."
I'm like, hey, nerd, shut up.
And then he kind of goes, "Mom," and he kind of runs into this bedroom here.
Gunnar tells Gall in his head to tell Xonthal to maybe try to slip in here too if he can, undetected.
I tell this guy, I'm like, what's so you got a wife and a kid? You got a whole family here?
Yes, yes we do. Yes.
This is gonna be really forward, but I really believe in emotional healing. How much do they know? Have you guys ever had that, the conversation where you tell each other about your entire lives, just get into the meat and potatoes of it?
No, we don't really believe in talking. In this house, we believe more so in not talking.
I know I came from that, and let me tell you, I think you guys could really benefit from it. I think now, if you're open to this, I think you should go and you guys should have that talk, and you are gonna be astounded at the level of intimacy you have as a family after this. And I cast suggestion.
I will say, suggestion as it's written cannot be cast subtly. So he can tell that you're casting a spell, yes.
But it said you have to say it in a convincing way or whatever.
But to cast the actual spell, it takes verbal and somatic components. So while you are speaking it, you actually have to be doing something with your hands. So I would say if you give me a stealth check for you casting the spell, I will allow that. Because you could be subtly casting the spell, kind of as you're flailing your hands. You could be doing an incantation as though you're just speaking, kind of verbosely, you know.
Okay, a stealth check.
Yeah.
Gall always talks with his hands. What are you talking about?
Yeah, pretty expressive.
I don't know why you had disadvantage on that, but
Oh, I didn't do advantage.
you did it with disadvantage, but one was a 19, so I will flip the script and I will say that you rolled it with disadvantage or with advantage. So you get to keep the 19, so 19 plus 6, 25. As you're kind of saying it, he kind of looks at you and he kind of perks up and he goes, you know, I think I might do it. Is there any saving throw for suggestion?
I did think there was. Let me look again. Target must make a wisdom save.
Okay, let me do that.
But it doesn't say of 18.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
That's tough. He kind of goes, Did you just
No
try
way.
to cast a spell on me? And he goes, Wait a second, I recognize you. And he goes, as he does that, he goes, For Tiamat. And I need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, well, okay. Dang it.
God damn it. First crit of the night.
it says there's no combat.
That's true. There is no combat, but guess what? Now there's combat.
Hmm. Why can I never remember? There it is.
I feel like I change this shit all the time. Probably for the better, but where's initiative?
Initiative is it is above
Click my briefcase.
where all your it's right beside the briefcase. It's the D20 right beside it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So you watch. So Gunnar, you were up first. I have to roll. You two. Gunnar, you can still go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
God, it always the game always wants me to switch to freaking Gall's character for some reason. All right. Gunnar runs out the door and wait. Is there somebody? Oh, that's Conrad. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have to roll for Conrad too.
Oh, I forgot he came.
These are getting complicated.
So all we've seen in this house is this guy, his wife, and the kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kill that kid.
Good as dead.
Oh, get Gunnar's battle guide out here. Okay. Gunnar is going to swing at this guy with his Dwarven thrower.
Perfect. After that first hit, this guy knows he's in for a world of hurt. You hit him once and he just gets launched back, hits him right in the chest, and he goes, "Okay."
Is he having second thoughts after that?
You you can ask him if you want.
I yell over his shoulder. It doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah, Gunnar's like, man, I thought you would take that hit a little bit better than you did. Are you sure you wanted to do this?
He kind of looks. He's like, listen, we're low on the totem pole of people. I do genuinely have a wife and kid. We were put here as an outpost to make sure that people don't get in. You guys are way stronger than I thought. I'd say I'm gonna go ahead and hedge some money on you guys. There's a painting in the bedroom. That is the entrance to the underground area. I'm guessing that's probably what you guys are looking for. If you want to go ahead and get in there, I won't stop you.
I like bend from behind Gunnar. I'm like, go have that talk.
You watch as he steps forward and he kind of like brushes Gaul out of the way and he gives you a big hug. And he's like, Thank you for understanding. Thank you for, even before we were enemies, thank you for still pushing that. It's important that we do. There's so little to do here in this town. We will have that talk. Thank you." And you watch as he kind of goes back here, and you watch as he slips into the bedroom, and we're out of combat.
And I'm like, do we trust him?
Yeah, Dobby, do you want to maybe just keep an eye on that guy while we,
Yeah.
or I guess we could have Rufus do that.
That's true.
Let's have Rufus just keep an eye on.
Yeah, Rufus says he'll keep
And if
post on here while you guys go.
Rufus can verify that there's no way out of that bedroom also, besides the door.
Yeah, he kind of follows him in. He opens the door. He kind of comes back and says, "There's one window. Seems to be you can get through it, but he kind of lets you know that he will leave the door open, kind of watch them, and he will let them do their thing. Basically, he's gonna kind of hold them hostage
Okay.
in there. And yeah, you hear the people start to talk very quietly with the door open, and yeah, they seem to just be doing their own thing.
Okay, so we go back in this room. Gunnar wants to make sure there's no like traps or anything. This passage.
Yeah, you can uh, uh, give me a perception check on that, or an investigation check will be fine.
Yeah, investigation.
Yeah, you kind of, as you're moving it around, you kind of jimmy it a little bit. There's no traps. As you kind of are thinking about it, you realize this isn't a. They don't expect anyone to get this far, so they're not going to booby trap something that they have to also go through on a regular basis. So they don't really booby trap it. So yeah, you take it, you kind of pull it off the wall, set it aside, and then there's a stairway kind of going down.
And Gunnar takes the stairs.
Cool. Does everybody else follow?
I'm hot on
Yes.
his heels.
Love it.
I'm also following.
Very good. So then, yeah, you guys follow some steps down. It seems to kind of go into, the stairs wind down for a little bit before kind of leading off in the direction that you were. And the whole time, Xonthal is kind of holding the ball, and he goes, we are getting close. This is getting stronger. And after just a few seconds of walking down the steps, um, you guys find yourself in a large hallway. Um, you To everybody else, this looks like just some random ruins. But to Gunnar, this is you recognize this immediately as Kaz Thalgren Hall. Um, this was your home quite a while ago. It is in clear disarray and ruin compared to its former self. But you recognize the work of the mountain dwarves, and um, for the first time in a long time, and the first time since your whole family, Root, everyone has been killed. You are back home. You are in Kaz Thalgren Hall, and technically, you are in the Well of Dragons.
Oh my god.
As you guys step down the hallway, you can kind of feel the dank smell of this area, from months and months and months of decay and mold and kind of mildew buildup. But you hear, you see as Xonthal says, my arcane focus is forward and to the right.
As Gunnar like gets past the last step, his knees kind of go weak, and Dobby has to like catch
Catch
him.
him.
I'll catch him every time.
It's hard to see a strong man be vulnerable.
Cool. So yeah, you see Xonthal kind of start to walk forward. He kind of turns to look, and he looks at some stairs in front of him, and he goes, "It seems to be more. It seems to be further than what those stairs seem to accommodate, unless there's a big room on the far side." But he says, as he's walking forward, he kind of sees through another pillar, and he goes, "I believe we should take those stairs." as you guys are getting forward, you're looking at the ground. This has clearly been kind of a space of um, you can tell that this was some kind of storage space. You find gold pieces kind of scattered throughout the room. It seems that they are being pulled back to the kind of rubbled entranceway off to the far right of the map. You see quite a few kind of decaying bodies on the ground, kind of piles of bones. You recognize quite a few of them as, or you put together two and two that a lot of them seem to be wearing warm fur clothing that's really, really ragged. And through a through the point of deduction, knowing what you just saw upstairs, you assume that the initial residents of Dark Hollow were probably taken down here and slaughtered to essentially allow the village to become a checkpoint for the cult. There seems to be about the amount of people that would probably be in a village about that size. Their bones in here. And as you guys start to get closer, as Xonthal kind of starts to get closer, you hear a rumbling and you watch as the bones from around start to move across the floor and scatter, and you watch as they start to connect to each other, and over the course of a few seconds, you see the bones turn into um, a dragon. It's as the bones come together, some of the cloth from the clothing that was worn comes together, and you see a dragon, probably 25 feet tall, become formed as yellow fire starts to go down its spine. A dragon made entirely of bone and decay comes in front of you, and 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 he says, "This is the end of the road," and I need you guys to roll initiative. There you go.
Because there's no combat in
There is now. I just started. I'm sorry.
my current views. A little better initiative. I've been rolling like ass. My like three rolls.
There we go.
I also need to roll for Xonthal. And I need to roll for Conrad. Conrad's here too. I guess he's back here. Okay. Gall, it seems that you are first.
Do I, as a monster hunter, or from the book about the Cult of Dragons, I read that one time, do I know anything about this guy?
About this dragon specifically.
Yeah.
You can give me a nature check if you want.
Okay.
Conrad Bronavale.
Conrad. The name's Conrad Bronavale.
Where is it? Where is it?
Nice.
Where's the trigger?
You know that this is not a dragon that's commonly seen. When you're reading about the Cult of the Dragon, the thing that they talk about more than anything is that the Cult of the Dragon is very chromatic dragon heavy, which is your red, white, blue, green, and black dragons. This looks like nothing that you've seen before, especially having fought at this point, having fought a black dragon, a green dragon, a blue dragon, a white dragon, and seen a red dragon. This is something entirely different. I would say with what you know, this seems to be something kind of almost out of legend at this point, known as a death dragon.
Ooh.
Oh. Do I know anything about him?
You know that it's a dragon made of bone and decay, and pure stabbing probably wouldn't do a ton of good. You also know that it probably can't be poisoned, since it doesn't really have things to poison. And that's about it. And you know that they are more than likely pretty tough.
Okay.
For normal people, maybe not for you guys.
Not
Okay.
for a guy like me
Yeah.
Yeah, not for a guy like me.
or like you.
But yes, you are welcome to do what you need to go.
Where is my spell thing? Here we go. I always gotta ask. What's you don't? We just don't want to kill you if we
You
don't
can't.
have to.
I promise you, you can't kill me. I'm already dead.
Yeah, I do see that, but I gotta think a guy like you has bigger goals than this.
You kill me, I'll come back in no time.
You just want to serve Tiamat for eternity?
That is my command.
But people disobey commands all the time.
He kind of looks and he says, I am more of a construct than a true being. I was not made from my own free will. I cannot live on my own free will.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really sad. So, no, that's not gonna work. Where is he in this hole?
He is. So where you're standing, you, um, can barely see him. Basically, when you're talking to him, you see everything form, and then you hear Xonthal kind of go like, "We've got a big one," and then and you just kind of hear the voice echoing through the chamber at this point. But you do see, you saw Xonthal go beyond this second pillar, and that's where he stopped and was looking.
Okay, so let's see if I can move right now. I'm gonna game is paused.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I paused it so that people weren't moving too much.
I'm gonna move kind of behind this little corner,
Okay.
staying in a bit of cover,
Perfect.
and I'm gonna go ahead. I think we might just start off light and see what happens. I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast, which I cannot remember how many beams I have at this fucking point.
It's either 3 or 4, I believe.
4 beams at 17th level, and I can do that twice with my
There
2
you go.
attacks. Okay, so how far away is he? He is 56 feet, and my
Eldritch
dagger.
Blast. Okay.
I need to figure out my dagger for my offhand. 60 thrown. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna pop off a couple Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it.
If I can fucking find it. Nope, didn't want to do that. Well, we'll just do that for
Perfect.
my offhand, I guess.
Okay. So just start with the offhand attack. If you click on cast spell, that's where your Eldritch Blast is.
I have 3 of those.
You have 3 cast spells.
Yeah.
One is your attack action, one's bonus action, and then one's reaction. So if you click on your action,
I
cast
see.
spell. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Eldritch Blast 1 going in. Fuck.
Right over top of him.
Alright.
Good.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Oh,
That's tough.
next one goes through him. Perfect.
That's
So that was
fourth?
your
Oh,
your
God.
4th. Yeah. So one.
Alright.
So as you fire, one connects, and then the other ones go around him.
And then with my second attack, just keep blasting. Nice.
Unreal.
Dang.
Ugh.
Come on. Wait, so do I have one more?
Yeah. Ooh.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Come
you hit him.
on.
You hit him twice, and doesn't look like it did much to him. It does look like it hit him. You watch as it hits one of his ribs, and the rib just kind of cracks,
Nice.
and then is filled in by another bone.
Great. I dip back behind the column just a little bit more.
Perfect. I will say that
Basically
you
out of
have,
sight.
yeah, you have 3/4 covered at this point. Cool. With that, it is Gunner's turn.
Now, has Gunnar seen anything like this in his dragon hunting?
You've seen a lot of
Area?
dragons. You have not seen anything that looks like this before. Something that is like this. You've never seen a dragon kind of be created out of nothing. This is a new one for you.
Can Gunnar consult with Xonthal to see if he's ever seen anything like this?
You can shout to Xonthal. I mean, at this point, you guys can just talk to each other.
Yeah.
As you shout to him, Xonthal kind of looks back at you and he goes, "I've heard legend of the Death Dragon. To create a Death Dragon is an abomination into of itself. The amount of death required to create a Death Dragon really can only be topped by one thing, and that would be the attempt to bring back the Queen of Dragons herself.
Any chance you know how to kill this guy?
I think we have to hit it a fucking bunch of times."
I can do that. All right.
Oh, say less.
Gunnar just reminds the gang that we should spread out because we've had problems not doing that, fighting dragons in the past.
Mm.
And also that Xonthal should maybe stay back a little bit since he doesn't have his thing. Unless,
Staff.
because the dragon's kind of guarding the stairs that he wanted to go up, right?
Yeah, you get the feeling that the dragon was likely put there specifically as a guard.
Yeah. Okay. So Gunnar. Just goes right at this guy.
Perfect.
That is one ugly dragon. Oh, so
Pretty cool.
Get wrecked.
As you get close to it, Gunnar, just the whiff of like old mildewy cloth and decrepit bone. As you're looking at it, you can see some of the bone still has flesh and muscle hanging off of it, and the fire coming out of it is a vibrant purple and something wholly unnatural.
okay. Hang on a second. I haven't cast this before, but I have Hexblade's Curse
Okay.
that I can use as a bonus action once per short rest. Let's see, where is that guy?
That'd be under your spells.
It's a passive effect, actually.
Oh, you're correct. Yeah, Hex is a active one, but yeah, Hexblade's Curse is not.
Okay, let's see. Once per short rest, a bonus action. Choose one creature you can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute. Against a cursed target, you gain a +6 bonus to damage rolls, score a critical hit on a 19 or a 20, and regain 7 HP if it dies.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my bonus action. Do I need to
Are you targeting it right now?
Um,
I can't tell if it's yours or Gall's circle up there.
no, I'm not. Okay,
Okay.
now I'm targeting it, and
If you try and do Hexblade's Curse, does it? I don't think you can do it. So we'll just have to remember to add.
yeah, it will let me, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, come here.
And he's just cursed. I don't even think I have to roll anything, right?
Yeah, I think you just curse him. What? No, I gotta give it to you here. Love you, buddy. Get some sleep.
I'll tell Viv to come.
Well, I already gave her a hug and a kiss, so she just needs to go to bed.
Wow,
Yeah,
they're
she already
both
came
still
down.
awake. Yeah, you're right.
All right, good night, buddy. Shut the
Really
door.
pushing it.
Can't you wait for that, Austin?
Oh, he already is pushing it any chance he gets.
Perfect. So you hit him there. 11 and then 6 more to that, so I will take off 6 more. And then we'll have to, yeah, the big thing we'll have to remember is that crit on a 19 or 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you can do more.
Okay, and then Gunnar will attack with
Still listening.
recoil.
Perfect. And I'll take off 6 again.
That's it for Gunnar.
Cool. After you do that, you watch as he kind of targets. He looks over at you, and he goes, "You're gonna regret that." And he takes a swipe at you. And so he does. Did that roll anything, or just okay? Interesting. Perfect.
Plus
That's
11. Wow.
that's gonna be a hit. He hits you for. Perfect. Looks like he hit you for 8.
That's all you got, big guy?
What?
That's all you got? I mean, wow.
He kind of looks and he goes, "Yeah, we're just getting started, buddy."
Taking more damage, stubbing my toe.
And then with that, it is Dobby's turn.
All right, I don't genuinely know. I can't like see the dragon from where I'm at, so it's like
You
over
just
here.
die.
Yeah, you watch as everyone else follows down. And you get the sense that it's kind of down in that area.
Okay, still don't see it.
Well, right now there's a pillar in the way.
God, I love that
That thing is big.
Insane.
What?
I fly right up to it,
Okay.
and I just go at it with the staff of thunder and lightning.
Here we go.
Cook it.
Target. Selecting target.
Freaking cook that thing.
Are you able to
Shift
target
click.
it, Jordan?
What?
Here, try and scoot away from your. There we go. Try and do it now. Might just be a little bit far, but
There we go. Oh, he's big, huh?
Okay.
That's gonna work, isn't it?
God, the description of the thunder and lightning is insane.
It's a fucking book, dude.
Holy shit.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus attack and attack again.
Okay. Did you do Did you just do the lightning?
I
thunderstorm?
didn't do either. I just
You just used
swung
it.
at him.
Cool. On
And
your
then
second attack, yeah, you go to swing and you fully whiff.
And then I'm going to use a key point to do Fury of Blows.
Okay. Well, that'll work.
And then I'm going to use. Oh, I meant. Let's see.
I put a little hole in my freaking Nito fuzzball, dude.
How'd you do that?
I don't
And
know.
then I'm gonna spend a key point on a stunning strike.
Okay.
Which, when I hit him with the thing earlier, I should have done it then, but I forgot about it. He has to make a Constitution saving throw
Okay, sounds good.
of 17.
17, huh? Constitution saving throw. He rolls an 18.
Tough.
Just barely
doesn't
gets
do
past.
nothing
He kind of feels it shake through him, and then he pushes through.
if he fails. So yeah, he's good.
Just takes a little. Does he take any damage from it?
No.
No. Okay, cool.
And then I would say I think I'm done.
Okay. You are all done, and you watch as he kind of turns towards you, and he goes, "I'll show you what's it." And you watch as he kind of breathes into himself, and
Uh-oh.
you watch as he blows out to you guys.
I think Dobby's gonna die here. Yeah.
So I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Am I in that?
You're in it as well. Yep.
Dex. How is this possible? It says right now, is this real? I have a plus 17 to Dex saves.
Plus 17.
That's what it's showing.
It
Wow.
didn't give me the option of doing a saving throw. It just did ability check. I don't know.
Let me look.
Wait, oh, I pressed the wrong thing. I see. Is it the same? It's
It
plus
could be
4.
the same. Yeah, if you guys don't have proficiency in the save specifically, it would be the same thing, so it doesn't matter. If the two
Yeah, it's
numbers
plus
on
4.
your chart are the same, then yeah, you're good.
I mean, I'll take my 23 plus 4.
For sure.
Cool. Yeah. So Gall and Gunnar save. Dobby does not save, and he is knocked unconscious.
Shit.
It's tough.
We still have.
Yeah.
Wait, is Rufus with us?
No, Rufus is upstairs, if you remember.
Fuck. Can I talk on my turn?
You can talk now. I don't care.
I pop into Rufus's head and I'm like, we're gonna need a little bit of help down here, buddy.
You hear Rufus comes back to you right away and goes, "Be right there," and I will roll initiative for him.
So I have Mastery
he
of
runs
Death.
down and then he comes in. What?
I can spend a key point that when I'm dead, I go to 1 HP instead of 0.
Okay, perfect. So then I will bring you back to 1. There you go. You're back at 1, baby. Xonthal also took a hit, and he, you guys, Gunnar, you look over your shoulder and you see him like really struggling to stay standing.
Thought we were gonna spread out, Dobby. What happened there?
I couldn't see the damn guy, and then I went to the wrong place. You're right.
Cool. So yeah, I think. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I pop into the guy's head up. I'm assuming we're still within 170 feet of him.
Of the guy that you talked to before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pop in and I tell him, like, you made the right choice, but we don't know you. Can't take this for granted. If you warn anyone, if you leave the room you're in, we'll know, and you're dead before the door opens.
He kind of pops back and he goes, "We're still talking. We won't do anything."
All right.
Cool.
Still
So
talking.
that is his turn. It is Xonthal's turn, and Xonthal looks at you guys and he goes, he
Gunnar says, Xonthal, we need you to stay alive, buddy. Okay. Can you heal yourself and hide?
he says, "I have no healing. I will do this and I will hide." And he summons.
Please be something cool.
It's gonna be like a beaver. My trusty beaver.
And he summons a polar bear. You watch as a celestial polar bear comes into existence. And he goes, "That's all I can do." And he goes, "I am going to hide."
I tell him, I'm like, hey, get over to me.
He lets you know he can't reach you.
Okay.
He can get as far as basically right.
Tell him to stay
Here.
behind the pillars.
He says,
Like up here.
I should have full coverage behind the pillar." He kind of rummages through his things and he finds a little bit of a health potion, so he gives himself a small buff, basically.
Okay.
Which actually has improved quite a bit. Okay. Cool. So it is. Let me roll initiative for this guy, and he rolls a natural 20. So since he rolled a nat 20, I am going to allow him to go immediately.
Hell yeah.
So you watch as this polar bear comes into existence. As Xonthal kind of goes behind, you watch the polar bear let out a roar, and it completely jumps over top of Gunnar, and goes to land directly on this thing. And there we go. And it jumps in. Oh, come on. Okay, perfect. It jumps on top and goes to take a big bite.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Tear him up, buddy.
All right. All right.
He can actually do 2 attacks, so he does that, and then he goes in and tries to dash with his claw.
Break its fucking neck.
With the claw attack, he goes to take a swing, misses, and I'm gonna make him make a dexterity saving throw to try and hang on to the top of the dragon.
Oof.
And he does not. He slips off, and he is prone at the moment.
This is a big dumb bear.
Prone. There we go. Cool. So that is the end of his turn. I am going to. The dragon gets to make an attack, and he is going to make an attack on the polar bear.
Dumbass.
Which also just whiffs. Totally misses. In fact, it actually, as he goes to scoop him with his claw, he actually hits him, and the bear's no longer prone. He hits him just right, where he somehow. Actually, the attack would be made at advantage, so I am gonna roll one more just to make sure that we're keeping things clean. And that one does hit.
That's gonna be stinky.
Cool. So he takes that attack, and it is Conrad's turn. Conrad kind of shouts like, "What do you guys want me to do?"
I feel like Conrad's gonna die.
Yeah, same.
Can
What
we
are you
send
good
Conrad?
at?
I'm
Can we
good.
send Conrad up to?
Guard the people.
Yes.
Yeah, good
Uh,
idea.
you guys say that, and he looks so sad, but he goes, "Okay," and he makes his way upstairs. And he is. I will remove him from.
We
Combat.
can't afford another dead politician on our hands.
Cool. So now it is Rufus's turn. Rufus comes in, and Rufus kind of makes his way over. He's gonna go make an attack, and then he looks at Xonthal and understands keeping him alive is probably the most important.
Yeah, dire straits.
And so he goes ahead and this could be fun. Okay, shoot. Okay. He goes ahead and is gonna do a spell on him. Maybe. It's only letting. It's not like I have to do 6 targets, but it's not letting me do 6 targets.
Oh.
So that's tough. I'm just gonna do a spell slot and then I'll do a 1d4. We'll just make it easy. That's not what I want. Okay, so I'll do 1d4. Your spellcasting modifier. I'm gonna just say it's +4 because I don't remember right now, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Okay, perfect. So he heals him for 5 more, but that was his bonus action. So with his other time, he gets to right here. He's hoping to get further, but he cannot sprint. So that's going to be Rufus's turn. I don't think there's anything I can do. Let me see if he's got any cantrips. I guess he's got Eldritch Blast. So he's gonna Eldritch Blast this guy. Okay, here we go. One, 2, 3. There we go.
There we go.
That'll work.
That'll hit.
There we go. And last but not least, a little bit of this. Perfect.
Alright.
Okay, so he hits him for 11 points total, and now he is in the fight with you guys. So going back to the top of the order, it is Gall's turn. Before he does that, the dragon looks at Gunnar, and he lets him know he makes attack on him again. Perfect. So he hits you there, and it is Gall's turn.
Trying to see what this does. God dang it. Okay. I'm gonna pop out just a little. Oh, paused.
My fault.
You're good. All right. I don't have anything fancy. Just keep what? How does this guy look? Did I ask that?
He's looking a little bit messed up. I mean, a lot of his bones are starting to kind of peel off of him, and not looking great.
Okay. It's not like letting me select it. Okay,
I know.
I think I got it.
I don't know why. Yeah, you do. I don't know why it is being so weird to select him.
All right. Just gonna pop off my first Eldritch Blast.
You're a sick man. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I knew you knew that. There we go. Yeah, that's a bummer.
There
It's
we
not
go.
a bummer.
All right,
Oh,
come on.
there we go.
Wait, did
Got
I
it.
just do one too many?
No, I think you did perfect amount. You did 4.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Did 4 on your 1 attack.
With my offhand, I'll throw my knife.
So that one should be a disadvantage. Yeah, since you're so far. So yeah, that one
Oh
misses.
shit.
Gets pulled back.
All right, back to it. Come on.
Is that gonna be it? Oh, that's it. What a hit.
Come on.
Here
There
we
we
go.
go.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Stack them up.
God, what a hit. Okay. Love it.
I'm done. Wait. I'm gonna go fully behind.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So yeah, you're under full cover now. So I'll actually give you total cover, so you're completely good. It is the polar bear's turn, but
Fucking bear.
oh, I didn't mean to
I'm
make you.
dead.
I didn't mean to make
I'm
you.
dead.
You like that? That's the fun part about my job is I can do that. Cool. So the bear gets ready to make an attack as it's kind of winding up with its claw. It takes its the dragon goes to grab Dobby. So Dobby, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not be grappled by
Dex
this guy.
saving throw.
And your dex saving throw has to beat a 19. Otherwise, you are grappled by this guy.
Where's this? Is there a saving throw spot, or do I just hit Dex?
Are you like in your actual character sheet?
I'm in the menu character sheet. Yeah.
Okay. There is. Yeah. So there is there like where all your skills
it.
are. Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
That beats it. So he goes to make a swipe on you and misses. And I'm gonna say he used his legendary action to try and do that because that's what he was attempting to do. So he just burned through his legendary actions for the turn.
Good. Get wrecked, idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turd.
Well, okay, but be nice to him, guys.
No.
Freaking big turd.
Okay, everyone. Cool. So it is the polar bear's turn. Polar bear again is gonna make a claw attack. Okay, moves forward. Hits for quite a bit of damage, and then is gonna make a bite attack once it gets close. And the bite attack does miss. 3 actions. So he is going. So between the polar bear and Gunner's turn, he's going to make an attack again on Dobby. This is
On
just,
me?
yeah.
What's your problem with me?
He says, I watched you die once and you fought. I want to see you die for real.
Oh, sick puppy.
Uh-oh.
What's he using? Hit by claws. You can use this reaction.
Okay.
It gave me some options. I got 30 seconds.
Well, don't just stand there.
He looks and he says, I likely am soon to die. I would like for you to come with me.
God, freak.
I clicked it too late. Whatever.
Cool. So you are. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move that. You are fully unconscious right now. You will likely have to make a death saving throw on your turn.
Well, I still can do the Mastery of Death, can't I?
If you can do it more than once, then yeah.
Yeah, when you're reduced to 0 HP, you can spend 1 key point.
Okay.
No action required, and have 1 hit point instead.
That's badass.
Then you are at 1 HP. When he hits you and you can see you like go unconscious and then come back, you can tell he's getting so pissed.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Fucking idiot.
Gunnar, it's your turn.
Okay, Gunnar, swings or throws? Throws his dwarven thrower, yeah. Wait,
You're gonna want to float at.
am I targeting? No.
It's so hard to target this thing for some reason. I have
Yeah.
no idea why. Looks like right now the polar bear and Gaul are targeting it. I can't even like click on it to get to the character sheet, dude.
Yeah, it's like.
Here,
I don't know.
I'll try and target it for you.
Okay.
Okay, now you should be targeting it. Is it allowing you to do anything?
No.
What the
Just says 0-1 targets on my cursor.
So yeah, you're not targeting it for whatever freaking reason. Oh, this is incredibly upsetting. Here, I'm gonna reload this quick. It might kick you out for a moment. We'll get to the bottom of it. Okay, and we're back. Well, I mean, I can get to him a lot easier. Are you able to? Are you targeting him now?
I still cannot click on him. Let me try to reload. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, is it my turn?
No, it's still Gunner's.
Okay.
We're trying to get him to be able to target. For some reason, Gunner like can't target him. Like, it's weird because I'm like looking at you and it is targeting him according to, like I'm seeing like the arrows around him like you're targeting him, but it's not actually doing anything. Apparently. There we go. You should be targeting him now. Sweet.
Okay, and then he's gonna swing with Root's Hammer. Ooh. And then he's gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
And let's see.
Where were you?
Whoa, come on. Don't take me over there.
I moved you a bunch, so you're good for movement.
Okay, so that's like 20.
Yeah.
That's 35-ish.
I'd say that's probably good for your standard movement.
Okay. That's it.
Nice. Dobby, it's your turn.
Okay. So if I get away from him, does he get an opportunity attack?
We'll do opposing dex checks. So if you do a dex saving throw, he'll do a dex check, and we'll see who gets higher, and that's how we'll
Okay.
determine.
Well, that's what I'll do.
I
He
didn't
didn't.
roll initiative again. That's my fault. Ignore
So
that.
I'll do a dex saving.
Yeah, he'll do a dex check. You do a dex save. He rolled pretty bad, so.
I rolled okay.
Easy.
Right. I can get away.
Yeah, so you get away, no problem. As you go, he tries to take a swing on you, but he just misses.
And I do like the whole wraparound move.
Okay, interesting.
See how that works? So now we're not right next to each other, Zach. See that? Or no?
Beautiful. Well, I mean, I kind of.
You kind of made your way that way too, huh?
Yeah. He kinda
A lot
had
of shadows in this room. I don't really know where people are.
Oh yeah, line of sight's a tough one in this space.
And then I'm going to move up these stairs and be right here
Okay.
to have a little higher. And I'm going to do.
God, you really you're just cruising.
Darn it. Yeah, I still have a lot of movement left.
Did you heal, Dobby, or?
No, I don't really have a way to heal. I'm just gonna plan on if I get hit, I'm dead anyway. So I'm just gonna roll my life with 1 HP.
Unreal.
How many of them key points you got?
11 left.
Oh.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do a lightning strike on him.
Okay.
And he has to do a DC 17 Dex saving throw.
Okay. A lightning strike, you said?
Yep.
Perfect. So he's gonna do his dex saving throw. And he rolls a 15.
Perfect. I like that. So now he's going to take this much damage.
Oh.
God, that's funny. Minus 38, huh? Because he failed.
Yep. It'd be half if he passed.
As you hit him with the lightning strike, you hear the rippling of the crackling of the lightning, and it hits him. You guys feel the hair on your arms stand up as it hits him, and as it does, he looks over his shoulder and he goes, "You'll join me sooner," and he crumbles to pieces.
Oh, really? Wow.
Damn, fried him.
Gave him the old lightning action.
Kentucky fried him.
I don't know why it looks like a huge cum shot instead of dying when you kill him, but that's fine. Looks like he blew his load, but yeah, you guys, you watch as he kind of crumbles. You watch a pile of bones fall to the ground, and Xonthal kind of goes like, "That was pretty big. Is it over?"
I hope so. I feel like
Seems
no.
that way at the moment, at least.
Seemed a little
like-
too easy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I don't think
overall,
that's the
no,
last
but
we'll see of him.
I think he's gonna come back. I think we're on borrowed time here.
He says, well, no time like the present then to try and get in there. He's kind of still messing with the orb, and he runs into the room, um, to go look at something, or to follow kind of where that was. Gall, as you kind of come around the corner, you walk into a room and you can see that there's just like jewels and stuff on the ground. You see some weapons, and Xonthal kind of goes over to the pile and starts digging and digging. And you see as he's digging, you watch as like it goes from just gold and jewels and stuff, and you see light start to emerge from underneath the gold, and
does my eye catch anything kind of like nice in here?
yeah, probably, but I'll let you know what that is later.
Okay.
I mean, a shitload of gold, probably $10,000 or 10,000 gold, in here.
I've opened the bag of holding and I'm just scooping.
Xonthal kind of says like, he says, "This is the gold of the people. I'm sure you'll do what you want with it, whether you give it
We've
back or."
already did this once. Yeah, we'll find a way to
Yeah.
put it to good use for him.
Yeah, I mean that ship has sailed, buddy.
I mean,
Hey, we gave it back to the people to bring back to resurrect people.
stolen gold put back into the economy is money put back into the economy all the same. Am I right? And you watch as he
We
kind
get
of,
it.
with a twinkle in his eye, you watch as he picks up a couple gold pieces and puts it in his pocket, and he goes, "But now, for the reason we're all here." And you watch as from within the gold he pulls, kind of like this dodecahedron cube that just is emitting a warm white light, and he kind of holds it up and he goes, "It has been too long." And he kind of turns to you guys and he shows you and he says, "This is the Star of Mistral." And you guys can give me a religion check if you want.
I'm not very religious despite being a monk.
That's fine.
Oof,
I'll get Dobby. Or I'll
not
get
great.
Rufus in here as well. Rufus can do one. Religion.
There we go.
Cool. Rufus, kind of, as he says that, Rufus kind of says, he says, "The Star of Mistra, I thought that was a legend." And he says, "We like to keep it known as a legend, but it is very much a real artifact." And Rufus kind of turns to you and he says, Mistral is the goddess that created the weave and is the backbone of all magic on the Forgotten Realms. Um, this is truly one of a kind, never to be seen. What you're seeing here is once in a lifetime, once in many, many lifetimes. This was said to be the arcane focus of Mistral herself back in the day. And you watch as Xonthal's holding it, and he kind of takes a deep breath inward, and you watch as some of the light from it goes and fills him up, and where you saw an old man moments before, you watch as he breathes in the light, and as he comes back up from it, you see a young man, probably looking in just very very light salt and pepper hair, and he says, "That is more like it." And he's
Aw,
and he kind of looks at you guys and he says, "I truly could not have done this without each and every one of you." And he says, "With my power, with my reconnection to my focus, I would like to do something for you. And he says,
Here we go.
he goes, I wish. And he looks into the orb, and he kind of goes quiet for a second, and he puts, he says, he looks up at you guys, and he goes, have just a fraction of Mistro's power, and everyone can level up to level 20.
20. Here we go.
And then
Oh boy.
as
Austin
you guys,
will forget before next session.
Well.
oh, I believe it.
Well.
And as he is kind of, as everyone's kind of like feeling the power kind of course through them, feeling the strength, feeling all the things, he kind of walks over to Gunnar specifically, and he says, you've lost more than most. What you've had to go through coming back to this place, going to fight potentially for your death, is something that not many people have the strength to do. And while you have all of your friends here, and while you have the strength of your companions, and Lady Lariel and Blag and everyone, no one can bring you companionship like your spouse. So I would like to help you out there. And you watch as kind of a door opens up, kind of an ethereal door, and through the door walks Root Dragonsbane.
No way, dude.
And
Gunnar drops to his knees.
Oh my god.
looking young as ever, back from beyond the grave. Gunnar, you feel some of the power that you had when Root was within you kind of dissipate as Root is no longer with you in ethereal form, but is now with you in physical form. And so you guys meet Root Dragonsbane, a level 20 fighter who will be played by our own Ellen Rhodes in the finale.
Wow.
Wow, here we go.
Wow, dude.
And that's all I got. Xonthal kind of looks at you, and he says, this war is not over. In fact, I believe it is just beginning. As he says that, you feel the feeling that you felt before, that those few times that you felt the world kind of suppress as the Drakon has been blown. But instead of feeling it, you now hear it plain as day. And he kind of points and he goes, that is our cue. Let's get in there.
Oh my god.
And that's where we're going to end it, because
Wow.
we've got a finale to play.
Oh man, we got to do it in person, right?
I mean, I can't think of another way to do it.
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, I mean, it'll take me a little bit to get things ready. I'm trying to build terrain and all of that to get things ready. But I do believe that the roads have offered to host. So we will find a weekend where basically we can probably set aside, 4 to 6 hours, and we'll play the finale.
Oh my god. I gotta get Gall painted.
Yeah, I've got to get Root printed. I've got to get Gunnar to Zach, and we'll go from there.
I will level up by then.
And we'll plan in the in the last session.